Why do some experience losses after spiritual initiation in the voodoo culture? The reason a lot of people, and I've seen this a lot, the reason a lot of people experience certain losses and after your initiation, it's because one, that probably wasn't the path for you. Two, it wasn't that you was guided to get initiated by, into that. And three, it's because you have a lot of shadow work that needed to be done before entering that coven. And sometimes people get initiated for all the wrong reason. Curiosity, because they're trying to escape something. They haven't got full clarity yet to, walk that path. Does Haitian initiation change you? Absolutely. In a good or bad way. It depends. The person that initiates you has to be someone that we're not perfect. And the reason I said we're not perfect, because at the end of the day, we are human beings. We go through things. We experience things. We've been programmed in the best way or the worst way, upbringing. All those things plays a part in the person that's initiating you. What do they believe in? What are the things that they believe in? Who do they serve? Do they believe in Most High? Do they not believe in Most High? Do they work with a different type of entity, a different type of source? It's a dark force. So you got to know all these things before getting initiated, because after your initiation, you can tell if someone had the right intention. You can tell if the energy was good by after your initiation. How well are you? How well is your life being? Now, I'm gonna take the example from for me. Before initiation, I would say I was a lost person. I was experiencing things. I was in the world, partying, friends here and there, in and out of relationships and stuff. Like, I wasn't really clear-minded. I didn't have the spiritual clarity that I needed to guide my life in the right path. So when it was time for me to get initiated, when my ancestors, trying to push me on that path to get initiated, there were steps that I needed to do first before entering that. So after my initiation, my mindset changed. My habits changed. My behavior changed. The things that I do and say completely changed. The way I carry myself changed. So I can say my experience with, this is my opinion now, with my initiation was good for me, because I always say I needed the process. I needed that eye opener. I needed to see what was going on, and sometimes when after our initiation we get lost. We looking for our spiritual parents or grandparents to kind of guide and help us. And this is where you are going to see that a lot of them, they throw you to the wolves. You got to fend for yourself. You got to find yourself. So we go in there thinking that these people are still going to guide us. These people are going to show us the light. No, they did their part. The part was to walk you through the process. That's the only thing they could have done for you. That's the only thing they could give you. The rest is for your spirit guides, your ancestors, and as the Haitian culture has, Papa Loco, to help you. And if you are someone that was chosen, you are going to get clarity. You are going to have a spirit guide that will present itself and walk you down that path. And they are going to require you to do some type of shadow work, some type of healing within you to properly understand the initiation process. Now, what are the signs that you are going through things? Now, some people lose things financially, physically. You could lose a home. You could, you feel lost. You feel like things are just falling away, from you. Things are far. You don't feel your spirit guide no more. You can't dream. It's a lot of things that you start seeing. And now you can look at this as a bad thing, or you could look at this as this is your opportunity to rebuild yourself. Because what people don't tell you is that the life that we know before initiation, it will crumble. It was not built on steady foundation. It was not built on good intention. where you feel like, okay, this job was good for you before you got initiated. This is how you was surviving. This is how you was providing for yourself. And after initiation, you lose that job and you be like, what the hell happened? Well, sometimes that job might not be the job for you. It might, you might had that job or hold on to that job because you was in survival mode, you know, and this was built on bad intention. This was built on out of fear or a faulty foundation. So your whole world will start crumbling after, voodoo initiation, the Haitian initiation. It will crumble because you anything that was not good or it wasn't built on steady ground, it will crumble, it will fall. You will get into that depression mode and you feel like you alone and you got to find yourself. Now, the things that I don't like about certain people that initiation people is that a lot of times people need a little bit help. People need, a hand, a helping hand. And your initiation parents, your spiritual parents and grandparents and the people that the coven or cult that you initiate into, they tend to turn their back on you. With this, while you're going through this is where they just kind of like let go, like take the training wheel off and see what you're gonna do and see how you bounce back from this. Some of them do it out of malicious, they do it out of maliciously to see how you're gonna handle this, or to throw little obstacles at you to see how you're gonna handle this. And this is where it's always important, like I always tell people, it is always important to reach out to someone that got initiated and probably went through the same thing that you are currently going through, and they can help you build yourself back up. They can help you see things in a different way. And sometimes when we pay our money, some initiation parents, that's all they see is the money. They was not there to walk you down the path. It was not there to kind of really guide or help you. Well, I feel like sometimes their job is done. Their service is done. They did what they had to do, so the rest is you. And if you are not careful, you end up clicking up or hanging around the wrong type of people. You can create a big mess for yourself. Your real spirit guide can really distance himself from you because you already have a whole bunch of people that's already attached to certain demonic entity, demonic forces. So now your spirit guide is unable to communicate with you or to help you the best way. So the process, I always say the process is very good, and I would never discourage anyone to go through the process because I feel like you need to go through that. It's like a wake-up call. But don't keep yourself stuck in that situation to the point that you now repeating what you see that these people provide to you. You got to investigate everything they do, because the way your spirit guides, your ancestors do things may not be the way they do things. So this is where you have to really use the spirit of discernment, so you can know where direction to take your life and pick yourself up and rebuild yourself and rebuild things in your life in a healthy way, in a healthy foundation, so it doesn't crumble anymore. So I always encourage people that saying, I'm thinking about getting initiated, but I always tell them, before you enter that, you walk that path, make sure it's something that your spirit guides, your ancestor is guiding you to do, and you're not doing it out of curiosity, or someone is not encouraging you to do this because of money wise, and you are doing this because this is something that that can really benefit you. Because there is you are going to be facing a lot of challenges afterwards. I know they trying to glorify the beautiful clothes, like I always say, the beautiful clothes, the nice things, but emotionally your life can be falling apart, but you still haven't find the strength to kind of heal yourself. So it's always mandatory for me, before you get initiated, to kind of do some type of shadow work. This is the time that you're trying to tie loose ends in your life. Your mental health, how is that? You got to start questioning things. You got to get rid of the baggage before you enter that, because if you don't, anything that is unhealed is going to bring up to the surface, and you are going to feel it, and it's going to manifest in your physical life. So I think this is something that your spiritual parents supposed to tell you. But since the Haitian voodoo is kind of upside down, people don't do that. They basically, some of them, not all of them, look at the money. They don't really look at you as a spiritual child, the way they should. Me, I didn't really go through, I don't want to say I didn't go through nothing, but I didn't really go through a lot of things that I've known people go through after their initiation. There's a lot of things I didn't go through. If anything, I think I've gained, I think I've gained more after my initiation. I gained my, clarity. I gained my sanity. I gained my life. I gained a lot, stability. I see myself in a different way. And I didn't see myself in that light before initiation, where like I always say, I suck at relationship. I do. I suck at relationship. Now I'm more conscious when it comes to relationship. I'm very, very conscious when it comes to that, who I lay down with and all that stuff. If you get initiated, and before your initiation, you used to have a certain type of behavior, you used to do certain things a certain way, and you used to indulge in certain things, and you find yourself still doing that, go get your money back. Go get your money back. Yeah. It's supposed to change you. You're supposed to have something in your subconscious supposed to click. It's supposed to click. So if you see yourself doing the same type of thing that you were doing, or even worse, before you got initiated, and after you initiated, you're still doing the same thing, go get your money back. Something is not right. Something is not right. It's supposed to change you. So you're not supposed to be the same after your initiation at all. At all. Like before my initiation, like I said, relationship, I was suck at relationships. I couldn't save a relationship I couldn't keep a relationship to save my life. I used to always have issues with my family. I used to try to force myself and beg them, to accept me. Now I am praying they stay the hell away from me. And I'm happy, I cut myself out of that family situation, because I realized these are not family. These are just titles we give people, and and that's it. So it does not really affect me. The validation that I was seeking from them, I don't really need it. Thank God they never give it to me. I'm so happy and grateful they didn't, because I don't see myself being in that environment or being in that family ties. No, hell no. Hell no. So I'm grateful I got initiated, and I'm grateful everything happened the way it happened, because it kind of opened my eyes. So I can say that initiation kind of saved my life in a way. It did, because I don't behave the way I used to before. I take my life very seriously. I nurture myself a lot. And I don't indulge in certain things that I used to indulge in. I don't have too many people around me. I can talk to somebody on a daily basis, but having someone close to me, close proximity to me, most likely that would never happen. I'm very observant. I observe a lot now. I pay attention to what you say, what you don't say, where I didn't back then. I was seeking something that I couldn't get from people. It was always inside of me. It was me. I would never place myself in certain situation that I have placed myself in the past. I would never do that. Never do that. So whenever you get initiated and you feel like your life is falling apart, this is where you got to really, kind of step back and do some type of work on yourself and see what this is teaching you, because whatever you don't heal before initiation, it will present itself in the physical, and the energy will be heightened. You will completely feel like you're about to lose your mind because your world is about to crumble. And also the person that's initiating you to has to be chosen by your ancestor. They have to be chosen by your ancestor. And you know and what else? Yeah, I think that's it. And don't get caught up in what you see other people do, because when you get caught up and see what other people do, you're gonna really lose yourself and lose your mind, if you get what I mean. So I think initiation is the process. Like I always say, the process is beautiful. It was good for me. I'm happy I went through the process, because mentally I kind of need it. It kind of helped with my ADHD. Anyway, it does help me with my ADHD, and so it was very helpful for me. And I am grateful that I did it. I never regret that I did it, and I never regret the person that did it for me. And don't be surprised after the person initiate you, you don't really connect with them like that. And just be grateful. Just be grateful for the process, and just know that whatever they did for you, that's what they was supposed to do, and the rest is for you and your spirit guide and Most High to work through. So if you have any question regarding initiation and you need a consultation, whether it's for a reading, like I said, the link is in the bio. And also spiritual declaration. That's something that I had to utilize a lot after my initiation, is really denouncing certain entities that was attached to my energy or attached to my bloodline. So get your spiritual declaration. A dream journal is always helpful, because your dream's going to start coming back when you do a spiritual declaration. So if you need a dream journal, I also have that with the spiritual declaration. The link is in the bio. My dream journal is on Amazon. And of course, guys, like I said, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.